This is a lot of 4 19th century books, American books, relating to or by or for women. This first one here is the life and character of Miss Susanna Anthony, who died in Newport, Rhode Island in 1792 in the 63rd year of her life. And it's by Samuel Hopkins. It's printed in Portland, Maine, 1810. It's in a period quarter leather binding. You see the leather's all perished, dried, and chipped, and the spine is all chipped, and the cover is detached. But it's got the original paper-covered, marbled paper-covered boards, like so. And the text block remains still sewn as issued. There's light scattered spotting. And a bookplate was deaccessioned from Yale. And so there's this first one. This second one is in a publisher's cloth with printed paper-covered boards like so. Little woodcut running border like this, Boston, 1842, by Lady Pennington, A Father's Legacy to His Daughters. Interesting here that it's got a man's ownership, a name there. But it's also got a mother's advice to her absent daughters, with an additional letter on the management and education of infant children, 1841. So again, we see the difference between on the cover of a book and on the title page of a book at this date. There often is a difference of a year or 2 or 3 or sometimes more. And we see that it's still tightly sewn and sound as issued. It's got some typical age spotting. The original paper label is still on the cloth spine as issued. It appears to be a gilt paper label. The third work is like so. It's in a period, full mottled calf leather binding. The covers, like this, are still attached by the binding cords. The joints are cracked. There's some chipping at the base of the spine, but the original Morocco title label is still present. It's got an early inscription, 1814, of a Mary Leland in Sherburne, December. It was deaccessioned from the Historical Society. It has a stipple engraved portrait frontis of the woman here, published by Samuel Armstrong in Boston. It's right here, 1814. This is a sermon preached at Haverhill in remembrance of this woman. She was a missionary to India who died at the Isle of France, which I believe is Mauritius Island, at age 19 years old. And so she was a missionary, and there's a journal of her in America, and by year 1811, some letters she wrote on her passage to India, and so on. And that is the third book. And the final book in this lot is this rare early 19th century full leather American bookbinding like so, poor condition. This goes to show you how books were read to the point of literally falling apart in 19th century America, and here's one of them. It opens to the advertisement or advertisement leaf like so, and it is textually complete. It begins with the first printed page of text like so, but it is lacking its title page, and it appears to be otherwise complete. There's light scattered to moderate scattered foxing and age toning and so on. We see, though, that it stops with finis, so it is textually complete, no blanks. But we see here on the board that's covered by the leather that it's actual wooden boards. So at this vintage, wood was actually literally used for book bindings. Here's the leather that covers this actual wooden board. Think about that. And so this lot of 4 early 19th century American books is available now online from me, Brian DeMambro.